Hello dear learner students, welcome back. This is Dr.JyotiDhumaleShegokar and you are welcome in this world of chemistry, that is chemistry in engineering. Guys, continuing with our series of question and answer, today we are dealing with the topics of fuels and combustions. Means all the questions that are related to fuels and combustions, how they are asked, what are the ways to ask, and how its answers to be written. So the probable questions which are related to fuels and combustion are all questions I wrote here already. Here you can see its bifurcation, that first 3 questions are short answered questions, while the remaining 4 questions are long answered questions. In this first, you can see that first question is, what are fuels? Classify and write the characteristics of the good fuel. Guys, in this simply you have to write the definition of fuel, then its classification, primary fuel, secondary fuel, natural fuel, synthetic fuel. With that, the different ways to carry out classification, that is next classification on the basis of its physical state, that is the solid type of fuel, liquid fuel, some gaseous fuel with their different type of examples. So during writing its classification, simply write the types, its proper definition with 1 to 2 examples. That's it. Here it's completed that what are the fuels. The next is write the characteristics of good fuel. In this, what should be the ideal fuel? How should its calorific value, that should be very high. Then it should have a very less ignition temperature. It should have a very less amount of oxygen, less amount of sulfur, in this way. And it requires a higher amount of carbon and hydrogen. In this way, there are number of points which are to be written in the different points, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. That will be its answer. So for this particular question, there are 4 marks. So in this way, when you will write the answer, you will get all 4 marks. Now next question is that, what is calorific value of the fuel? And write the units of calorific value as well as percent calorific value calculation. Guys, in this simply you have to write the definition of calorific value, that is what is calorific value, as it is the energy which is liberated when 1 unit weight or mass of substance has been completely burnt. And then its types, that is the higher calorific value, gross calorific value, net calorific value, what is their relation, that is the gross calorific value is equal to net calorific value plus sum of the constant amounts. So that is to be derived here. And after that, you have to write the units of calorific value. What are the units in joule, in CGS units, in MKS units, in SI units, like that. After that, you have to write the percent calorific value equation. In this, what is the calculation for the percent calorific value? By writing the different reactions when carbon burnt or hydrogen burnt, because we know that hydrogen and carbon only are there for which are responsible for giving energy. So that 2 only ingredients will be considered, otherwise all will be neglected. That is sulfur, hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen, and nitrogen. Okay. So with this, when you will write this particular equation up to the last percent calorific value, it is the last point of your answer. Then you can easily get 4 marks. Now third question which I have written here, that is explain the followings. This is also short answered question. Sometimes it may be asked, each bit can ask for 2 marks or sometimes for 3 marks also. Sometimes 2 different bits are for 5 marks. In this way it will be asked. So in the knocking, what is the knocking tendency of the internal combustion engine of the fuel? What are the different type of factors which are responsible for the knocking, that is the speed of engine, like that. So all that point should be there. And in this again, one point that is to be written, that what is the relationship between the knocking tendency as well as the chemical structure of the fuel. Why we cannot use diesel in the petrol type of engine? Such type of answers will be there. Then octane number, what is the octane number? What is its role? What is the exact concentration of octane in the different mixture of the fuel? That is to be written. In the same way, cetane number for the diesel engine. Same type of answers are there. Whenever you will write the answers in points, then you can get the marks, because it will be more visual. It will be more, we can say that in the bold, it can be seen easily and valuer can catch it very easily. Okay. Now next question is a long answer question, that is what is analysis of coal? Describe the proximate and ultimate and proximate analysis with its significance of each and every step. Guys, in this you have to write at first what is the analysis of coal and what is the need of analysis of coal, why we are doing analysis of coal. With that, you have to write that what are the different steps to carry out analysis, how the ways, or what are the ways to carry out, that is proximate analysis and ultimate analysis. With that, what are the different points under proximate, that means what we are going to directly determine. For example, determination of moisture, volatile matter, ash and fixed carbon, and what is the significance of each ingredient, that means what is its role in the good quality fuel, its proper commercial classification, and all that points, that is to be written. So each step, whenever you will calculate or determine that thing, you have to write its significance every time. Okay, now in the same way, second question is that how will you determine carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur and oxygen by ultimate analysis, with write it with its significance. In the same way, this particular question, fourth question, can also be asked that how will you determine moisture, volatile matter, fixed carbon and presence of oxygen in this particular by the proximate way. So there are number of ways to ask the question, but answer is the same, and we have all these videos, all videos available for each and every point that I'm just telling you as answers. So here it is nothing but ultimate analysis, in which individually we have to calculate each and every ingredient with its significance, that is what is its role in increasing quality of the fuel. Okay, now next is what is cracking, and explain the fixed bed catalytic cracking. In this case, guys, first question or the question can be asked for 3 marks short and answered question like that what is the cracking, and classify. In this case, there are two types of crackings, thermal and catalytic cracking. In thermal, again there are different type of bifurcations, like the thermal cracking in the particular liquid phase, then in the vapor phase, like that. So each can be differentiated according to its temperature and pressure. What will be the range of temperature and pressure in that particular point, so that is to be studied in this case. So whenever we have asked here only the fixed bed catalytic cracking. In this, simply the definition of cracking, definition of catalytic cracking, and then moving towards fixed bed catalytic cracking with a proper diagram, its proper explanation, like its introduction, then moving towards catalytic cracking, then moving towards the fixed bed catalytic cracking, then its diagram with a proper explanation of diagram, that is construction, then its working, in which how the cracking process occurs, and with the significance of each step, and at last what are the different type of positive things, or whatever there is any disadvantage can be written in the different points. So whenever the valuer can see your points, he could not cut your mark. Okay. Now next and last is the what is catalytic cracking, and discuss fluid bed catalytic cracking. In this case, guys, in the same way, which is one of the second type of the catalytic cracking, one is a fixed bed, another is a fluid bed. In the same way, it is to be answered that what is cracking, what is catalytic cracking, then what is fluid bed, why it is different than fixed bed, why it is called as a fluid bed, its another name is moving bed also. So that is to be written in this case, and after that the all points like that, introduction, then your diagram with proper construction, what is the explanation of diagram, and then what is the working process with the different type of advantages and disadvantages, that whenever the petrol or the gasoline which is produced from that cracking, what type of qualities it would gain. So in this way you have to answer all these questions. Guys, you can see these all questions once again, you can take its screenshot also. And thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning with me, guys. If you are new for the channel, subscribe the channel and also hit the bell icon so that you can get such type of videos as soon as these are uploaded. Like the video and share to your friends also. Thank you, guys.